Hi, you're listening to LittleVoice Media Blogs with me, Mercedes Dreyer. What I'm going to talk about today is a topic that a lot of people are talking about at the moment, lots of articles being written, and that's because we're seeing lots of brands using it. It's crowdsourcing, and the subject that I posed to myself when I was looking at this is the crowd getting creative while the brand gets the credit? So it's a good place to start by giving a definition of what crowdsourcing is. So crowdsourcing is the act of outsourcing tasks traditionally performed via an employer or contractor to a large group of people or community, i.e. a crowd, through an open call. For brands, this means sourcing creative content and ideas for future campaigns or product development. As I was reading that Unilever is poised to launch the first crowdsourced ad for its Pepperami brand, I found myself wondering who's going to take the credit if this campaign is a success. Ultimately, of course, it will be Unilever, and I began to question whether this credit would be merited based on the fact that the creative idea had come from somewhere else. I couldn't help feeling that it seemed a little unjust that brands are getting recognition and status for producing brilliantly successful campaigns that ultimately they didn't produce. As I thought about it a little bit more though, and the concept, I realised my initial reactions have been a little hasty, and I came to decide that it doesn't take away all the creative input from a brand and is more about co-creation between brand and consumer or designer, and that there are actually benefits for both of the parties involved. The creative content is just one element required in order to deliver a successful campaign. It is a vital element, but it's not all it takes. Good creative ideas go a long way though, and therefore they do count. It can often be what gets your campaign remembered and becomes one of the reasons that people end up loving your brand. So brands are understandably careful when deciding on creative content, but whether it's crowdsourced or not, the format is really the same. The brief is outlined, creative ideas are pitched, and the favourite idea is chosen. The only difference with crowdsourcing is it gives more people the opportunity to input their ideas, and often allows for input from the consumers of the brand themselves, which makes the potential for quality even greater. What better way to speak to your target audience than to speak from your target audience? Another initiative which caught my eye when I was researching into crowdsourcing was one by Waitrose, and it demonstrates why looking to consumers for creative ideas makes a lot of sense. Waitrose have turned to crowdsourcing by inviting members of their online club to create a dessert for them, with the winning idea being created into an actual product in store. Waitrose will do well from this initiative if the dessert is a success, but the consumers are going to benefit too, by taking part in the creative process and by seeing their ideas and opinions come to life. Although the idea for the new dessert may not have come from the brand themselves, they still have a vital role in the creative process by recognising what a wonderful resource of quality ideas their consumers can be and utilising it in their campaign. Crowdsourcing can give the brand the information needed to reach its target audience, but how they incorporate it into campaigns and is made relevant to the brand identity is a skillful job and no simple task. It should also be noted that a campaign using crowdsourced content or not that demonstrates a brand engaging with its customers by embracing them and their ideas is certainly something to be praised. Consumers are looking for new levels of brand engagement. They want to feel valued. If this is achieved through crowdsourcing, then it is a positive initiative for brands to be undertaking. It is in a sense a new form of market research, one that allows consumers to not only have their say, but to see that they are actually being listened to. It opens up doors for struggling designers or artists too, who are looking to promote and gain recognition for their work. A final point which I came to realise was that nobody's trying to cover up how these creative ideas are being generated. Brands are going public all the time about their use of crowdsourcing, and individuals are not participating against their will. And that's because it isn't just the brand that gets all the credit from crowdsourced content. The consumer and designers or artists who contribute are reaping the benefits too. Crowdsourcing can be an open and equal partnership, a two-way process between brand and consumer or designer that ends up resulting in both partners feeling rewarded for their part. It must also be remembered though that crowdsourcing initiatives are just one of many methods used to strengthen the profile of a brand and engage their consumers. It's not the only creative process used in a campaign, and a brand's success is not possible through crowdsourcing alone. Creativity isn't being bypassed or taken away from brands. There is just a new solution on offer. A solution that has the potential to make positive changes for both brand and the crowd being sourced. Brands engaging with interested and valued customers to produce targeted and relevant campaigns. What could be wrong with that? Well, I think we're going to have to watch this space and see. It would be great to hear your thoughts. If you have any feedback for us on this article, or you'd like to give us your opinions on crowdsourcing, it would be great to hear from you. If you want to know more, log on to littlevoicemedia.com, or to find us on YouTube and iTunes, search for Little Voice Media TV. Thanks for listening.